Before we get started with today's video, I definitely want to take some time to thank my friends over at So Avant-Garde. All right, so Avant-Garde is a place where you can go online, type in the website, and you have a plethora of fragrances from the niche world. Now, niches can be intimidating, so sample, and they have those discovery sets as well. Head over there, look around, shop around, and save you some money by using the code DEDRICK20 on anything on So Avant-Garde. And you know, it's definitely something where, you know, if you're ready to elevate your fragrance collection or get into something new or tap into another level as far as quality goes, hey, So Avant-Garde has you covered. All right, so head over there, use DEDRICK20, save anything, get anything over there except mind games. Don't worry. You can head over to mindgames.com and use DEDRICK10 for 10% off anything on mindgames.com. All right, so save you some money, explore, see what you discover, and let me know down below in the comments if you rock with anything. All right, appreciate y'all. Let's get started with today's video. YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock out here on this channel, man. Positive vibes only. All right. So, as you saw, as you've seen, most likely the title of the video, that this ain't for everybody. This video ain't gonna be for everybody. We're talking some mature, masculine fragrances that have a lot of heightened notes in them that give off quite a bit of appeal, interest, and a lot of other things. All right, so you know, this year has been the year for me, and I've documented my fragrance journey over the past 3 to 4 years. And last year was a big year for florals for me: roses, orange blossoms, the roses, white florals in general. Yeah, florals last year. And this year has been a lot more leathers and ouds and spices, pink pepper, black pepper, pimento, just different cedar woods and just woodsy, spicy, leathery ouds has really been on the radar for me this year. And a lot of these have that, but then we have a mixture of some other ones that have a bit of sweetness to them that is carried by maybe some leather, some oud, and some other types of spices. All right, so these are 8 recommendations for my mature crowd, my gentleman crowd, you know, either one of these could really provide some type of a challenge or give you that unique individualized appeal of, hey, they smell like that, but I smell like this. All right, and again, this ain't gonna be a video for everybody. Up first, from the house of Zaharov. Now, you guys see me talk about a particular version of this one a lot, but this is the much more what's the word I'm looking for? The much more dangerous of the two. From the house of Zaharov, we have Royale XXX, Signature Royale XXX, in collaboration with Joey Cannoli. Shout out to the Mafia. I was so taken aback when I smelled this, and the original Royale X is fantastic, but this is turned up a bit. Animalic features here. You get really spices, a lot of spices, woodsy tones. Not for everybody. A lot of sex appeal here. This is for this is probably for the overly confident individual who's done the necessary work on himself internally and mentally to not even be infiltrated by anything or anybody. This is a fantastic scent, very masculine, mature, and a unique blend. So take your original and then come off of that and really intensify it with this one for sure. So this is really good stuff. Very mature fragrance from the house of Zaharov. We, in collaboration with Joey Cannoli, we have Signature Royale XXX. And as you can see through and on the back of the bottle, get that in focus, you have your XXX. All right, so read up on it and maybe your mind is correct what you're thinking. All right, up next, one of the more polarizing fragrances that I reviewed here on this channel. This is a love it or hate it or like it or not like it type of fragrance. Beautiful rose oud combo here. From the house of Tiziano Terenzi, we have Kaput Mundy. Kaput Mundy. Very interesting take on a rose oud. Unique bottle, but this stuff is fire. Very situational fragrance for sure. Now, even though during the cooler months, I do like to wear this to the office, but this is clearly a dressed up fragrance. I'm telling you about, in my opinion, this fragrance you dress up. All right, when you're going out, you're stepping out. And, you know, let's say it's a fun night. You know, you're going out with the village, I might be hitting a cigar lounge, a lounge in general. The aesthetics are just matching, you know, darker, cooler environment. And this one could definitely work for sure. So rose and oud are the two features with this fragrance. The spices in here are really nice. There's some soft points in this fragrance as it starts to dry down. But this is not for the weak at heart. Very interesting fragrance. You can get a sample of this and see if you like it yourself. But very mature fragrance, no doubt. From the house of Tiziano Terenzi, we have Kaput Mundy. Kaput Mundy. Definitely not for everybody. Try, do not blind buy anything that we talk about today. All right, up next, man, this is challenging to be my favorite from the house. Over the last few wearings, I've really been having that conversation from the house of Nichane. We have Papi Lafico. Papi Lafico. I love this stuff, man. You get this ambery, fougere type feel here. Spices, that ambery sweetness. You get some touches of some fresh spicy, some green tones in here. Woods. Beautiful blend. To me, this is we're talking masterpiece here. Seriously, for what I like and what I love and my day-to-day use for this, my day-to-day life and where I wear this at. This is really compete with Fan Your Flames from Nichane and Wulong Cha to really be the #1 overall over the past, I want to say, 6 to 7 months that I have been wearing this fragrance. So this was an anniversary gift. My wife knows me, and she got this for me, and it just was a hit ever since I smelled it. So very mature fragrance, has definitely some unique touches to it. Anybody out there who's looking for a more unique vibe than just your day-to-day smells that you get out here. But Papi Lafico was one of those. I love the name of it, love the bottle, love the fragrance. Not for everybody, but it's definitely for me. Very mature fragrance for sure. From the house of Nichane, once again, we have Papi Lafico. I don't know why I say it like that, but that stuff is fire. All right, up next, this house has gotten a lot of love in the past year or so, and a lot of their fragrances are getting some attention, especially, I'm one that, especially right here on this channel, this house's fragrances have been featured quite a bit, but this is one that doesn't get a lot of love, and I understand the conversation of it. It's one of those love it or hate it type deals, but I personally like it a lot. From the house of Virtus Paris, we have Narcosis. Narcosis. So what is this? This is mango, spices, an oudy, big woodsy oudy feel to this fragrance. Coffee. The coffee kind of comes off oudish. I don't even know if oud is like an actual note here, but that's what my nose picks up. This ain't gonna be for everybody. The conversations, I did a live stream with the fragrance dude and my guy, my tag team partner, FWO for life, TLTG reviews. They both was like, it was cool. It was cool, you know, but for me, it's just one of those ones. Moving around, wearing it out and about. You know, I've worn it to the office on a couple of occasions. I just like what it does. The mango, the coffee, the spices. It's just one of those ones that intrigue me. It's so different, so unique, but also very mature fragrance. Not going to be for everyone, and I am a fan of this. I'm a fan of the house, but this is the one. This might be the red-headed stepchild of the crew. The sore red thumb out of the crew, but for me personally, I think this is a good get. and I like it a lot. From the house of Virtus Paris, we have Narcosis. Narcosis, love those Virtus bottles, man. They kind of remind you of the Nichane bottles and some other bottles out there. Up next, I have to discuss this fragrance when we talk anything mature, when we talk anything polarized, when we talk anything masculine. I have to. This is not for the weak at heart. With me saying that, some of you already know what I'm about to talk about. From the house of Hermes, we have Terre d'Hermes, Eau Intense Vetiver. Technically, we're gonna go in focus. I think it's maybe got focused enough. So technically, this DNA, no matter if you're talking EDT, the parfum, this version or whatever, the note of vetiver is very, very up for conversation for those who love it and who don't. But this one in particular is amplified. That bitter orange, the vetiver, the citruses that are in here, the spices just getting in the air. It's crucial, man. It's crucial. But I love this stuff. Been really thinking about getting the parfum. I may get the parfum because I just love this line. Initially, I didn't think that I would gravitate towards it like I did. Very masculine, very mature, spicy, has a bit of freshness to it as well. But in the air, it is just affirmative that whoever is wearing this is in control. They are in control. They have a mind of their own. They could be quite successful, and everything that they're doing is a play that they wanted to run. That's what I think when I smell this fragrance for sure. And this is spectacular, grown man scent for sure. But if you wear it right and you're presenting yourself in a way that, you know, that is the best that you can, look, it's just going to work. It's just going to work. So this stuff is fire. From the house of Hermes, masculine maturity for sure. We have Terre d'Hermes, Eau Intense Vetiver. Eau Intense Vetiver. This is not to be played with. All right, up next, let's switch up the tone a bit. All right, let's add some sweetness to these spices and these leathers and these ouds. This one is super sexy. Top 5 sexy fragrances in my entire collection. I don't know which one I love more, the one that came before this or this current one. But let's talk about this one. From the house of Tommy 40, we have Noir Extreme Parfum. That blingy, gaudy, all gold bottle, which I personally love a lot. It's good. Now, this is another one that is either a masterpiece, borderline masterpiece, to me masterpiece, if that made any sense. You get your Tom Ford Noir Extreme DNA, which is a classic in the community. Coffee is not, the coffee note is not listed. I don't believe it's listed when you look at the note breakdown of the parfum, but it's there. It is there. That beautiful nutty sweetness. This one has some woodsy tones. Nice, beautiful cardamom spice. There's an additional sweet spice in here as well. Date night legend, Mount Rushmore for date night in the cooler weather, especially those nighttime dates when you are getting cozy and you are, you know, creating intimate vibes. And it's just going to be one of those nights for sure. This is one to consider. It ain't gonna be for everybody, even though you have heard me say there is some sweet touches and some tones to this one. A lot of people are going to smell this and it just might not be their cup of tea. It might smell good to them, but they might not be trying to wear it. This is one that I personally love. The latest release from this particular line, the Noir Extreme, the Noir line, and maybe quite possibly the best. Very mature, masculine, but it definitely has a bunch of sex appeal to it. From the house of Tom Ford, we have Noir Extreme Parfum. This one is like that, man. It is like that for sure. All right, 2 more left to discuss. We're going to switch up the routes a little bit, man. We're going to go the inspired by route, the clone route. And the more that I smell this, the more that I don't know if I ever lean towards getting a full bottle of the OG. And what we're talking about today is from the House of Paris Corner, from the Ministry of Oud line. We have Oud Royale. Oud Royale. And this is cloning Creed's Royale Oud. There you have it. But man, It's something about this one. That pink pepper citrus opening, it's smooth. The oud and the oud woodsy tones in here really make for something really, really nice, man. Very mature, very masculine. You could do a lot with this fragrance, especially during the cooler months. You can wear this to the office. This would be a great date night fragrance for sure. This would be a fragrance, if I was going on a date for the first time, I wouldn't go a sweet bubblegummy route. I wouldn't, you know, at the age that I am. If I was going on a first date, I will be wearing something like this. This has confidence to it. It has sex appeal to it. It's a confidence thing when this fragrance is in play. Look, Oud Royale Oud is it's probably the better buy overall if you want to go the quality route. But when you take the quality route out of it, and we're just talking fragrance for fragrance here, this ain't no slouch. It's very close, very similar to the original. But if anybody's wanting to know, you know, I'd always say go original over inspired by a clone. But I'm so going to say quickly right after that this isn't a slouch at all. So that's why I don't have a Royale Oud yet, because of this. Very masculine, very mature, and really good stuff. The more I wear it, the more I smell it, the more I really do love it. From the House of Paris Corner, from the Ministry of Oud line, we have Oud Royale. Oud Royale is one of those ones, man, is this good stuff for sure. All right, and last but not least, they're going to stick with the sweeter tones, with the, you know, with the masculine style fragrance here. From the House of Parfums de Marly. All right, we have Leighton Exclusive. Yo, everyone who loves Leighton is not going to like this. They're not going to like this. With the addition of coffee, there's also oud entering the chat with this fragrance for sure. Leighton is sweet and it has a nice mint touch to it overall. Very mass appealing. Sandalwood creaminess in that one as well. Apple touches, but this version is much darker. It's much richer, it's much bolder, and it is my speed. There's still vanilla in here that gives it that sweetness that really comes out as it dries down and we get all the way to the base of this fragrance. But that opening leading into the midway into the dry down, man, it's so good. It's so good, and everybody ain't gonna rock with this one. Everybody's not gonna rock with this one, but I do. I would take this over the original for sure, even though I still wear the original. But you want a more darker approach and a darker tone, this is one to definitely consider. Has a mature vibe, masculine feel, but still has that sex appeal and that sweetness that some of you might be looking for when it's time for that, for sure. So from the House of Parfums de Marly, we have Leighton Exclusive, and this one is a banger for sure. All right, for sure. All right, so those are 8 recommendations for all my masculine and mature fragrance lovers out there. Like I said, this video might not be for everybody that wants to look into these recommendations, but hopefully you still stuck around to the end anyway to hear the conversation. Who knows, you might have to get a gift or something for somebody. This might qualify for the masculine men in your life who are looking for something very, very dope. All right, so hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. I appreciate all the love and support as always. Thank y'all for y'all kindness, the dope comments, all the beautiful words, all the messages that you guys show me love with. Just really dope, and I really appreciate that. On to 17K, and we'll see you guys on the next one. And as always, spack it up, spack it down, spack it that thing all around. And remember, what you put onto this world, is exactly what you are going to get back. Positive energy, man. Positive vibes. That's how we rock. That's what we do. All right, y'all. That was real bad. That was real